There we go.
Woohoo! It says it's live.
We are live now. We're just gonna wait for a few seconds. We can just chat for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can find us, so I can at least see what's going on. And if you hear my dog dying in the background,
Your dog dying.
well, she's 17. She may kill over any minute. Who knows?
Oh, hopefully not while we're on the live.
No, she's just over there hacking.
Oh,
No, poor little thing.
Yeah.
She's just an old girl. Okay, let me get to your page.
Okay, plain vanilla. Carol said something. What did she say?
Yeah, plain vanilla grandma. That's my girl.
Can't find you.
She's still looking for us, huh?
Did you? I wonder if I can. Which one is this? No, this is the wrong one too. She's not on the right one.
Oh, I see me now. Let me see if I can tag her.
Yeah.
Well, if it'll let me talk in it. I don't know if it's going to let me.
How do you tag somebody? I don't know how to tag somebody.
I think it's just your @sign. Well, let's see if I can share it.
I shared mine to my community, but seeing as it wasn't
okay, it ought to connect to her now.
We have one person watching, so once you shared yours.
Okay, and I'll share it again.
No, I'm just gonna put my dogs with my husband.
Oh, they're fine.
No, come on. No, you're not gonna be barking. You too. Come on.
Okay.
Well, it only took us an hour and a half to.
What, Canadian time or Arkansas time?
There you go.
Time.
Exactly. So, yes, we will get back into this again. Yeah, actually, I have a third bedroom, which has been used for a spare bedroom.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to clean that up. I have all my paints and stuff here. Oh, now there's something printing. Oh, my gosh.
Just, hey, you know what I learned to do? Oh! What is that? If the dogs start barking, hit the mute button. That's what I did the other night.
If the dogs start barking, what?
When my dog started barking the other night, I just hit the mute button. Like, I may have to. So if I go mute, it's because I have to hit the mute button. So if it gets noisy in your background, just hit the mute. So did we still have somebody on, or? Yes,
Carol is on.
Hello, of course, Carol, my number one fan.
Yeah.
And I'm her number one fan. Love me some plain vanilla grandma. Say hi, Carol.
How you doing, Carol? Come on. I think I subscribed to her channel, but I haven't been able to watch that much.
I think Carol's taking a little break. She's had a lot going on this week, and so she's just going to take a little break from YouTube, which that's okay, Carol. You can do that.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
Your mental health, there she is. Your mental health is so much more important than YouTube. I have learned that.
Yes.
So yeah, these are Carol's glasses, and I have all my glasses for you, Carol. There you go. There's my Cruella DeVille.
I saw that video that you had put with all your different glasses.
That's pretty neat. That is me. I have my funeral glasses, and those are the one I tell everybody I wear clear glasses during the week, or I wear something a little bit more subdued, like something like this. But on weekends, this is
The
me.
fun
My
glasses.
my I like to wear my wild colors and my wild, because that's what Carol and I were kind of talking about. We both like bright colors, so
Me too, actually.
yeah. All right, she said she subbed to you.
Oh, thank you, Carol. I'm quite sure I subbed to you. If I haven't, I will do so. Let me just see. Can I do this now? Oh, there we go. I'm just going
Carol,
to.
if you could just share us out, because we've been kind of having some technical difficulties. We have come to the conclusion, and we know now that it's 7 o'clock. What did we say? No, it's 8 o'clock here, Central Standard Time, and it's 7 o'clock in Canada, because your
Yeah,
time don't change, correct?
yeah, our
So,
time doesn't change.
yeah, I wish we didn't. I thought we were gonna.
Yeah,
Thought that was.
you keep freezing. I don't know if it's because you have your data on.
Yeah, that's what I said. I turned off my Wi-Fi.
So is it still freezing with the Wi-Fi as well?
Well, I mean, I'm on Wi-Fi now, so
Okay, well, we'll just try. Make
we'll
the best
try.
of it.
And maybe if I sit still, maybe
Oh,
that'll help too.
it's 8 in Texas as well, she says.
Yeah,
Carol says.
yeah, she's out. I believe she's out towards Panhandle. I believe.
So you are in Arkansas? No,
Arkansas.
Arkansas,
Yeah.
Arkansas. I knew that wasn't even a.
Well, now
Like, that did not sound right at all.
no, there is a Kansas, and that's why
Right.
people get confused, because AR in front of Kansas, and we are in Arkansas, and we're referred to as Arkansans.
Oh, really? Funny. There you go.
Yeah, but we're not in Kansas.
No.
We're Arkansas, because Kansas is up here and we're down here. So, yeah, we were discussing that the other day, because I'm working with a young man from North Carolina. And he said, "So what are we called here?" And I said, "Arkansans." So he said, "But isn't there a Kansas?" No, it was a guy I worked with. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
was thinking of the guy I worked with, but no, it was somebody else.
Sorry, I was just reading what Carol said. She says, I love watching Arkansas State Police videos. And yes, you're still freezing quite a bit here.
Am I really?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell my daughter to get off the internet. Hang on. Excuse me, I'll be back.
You go right ahead and do what you need to do.
Freezing, and I don't know if you're using it. Are you in the middle of the game? Let me see if I pull it back on Wi-Fi. Okay. Let me get my.
So how are you doing these days, Carol? If that's you still online.
Yeah, hang on just a minute. About to get back there. I turned on my internet. Maybe that'll help. We'll see if that helps. See if I told her to get off the internet. She likes to play those video games.
Yep. Now I hear you.
Okay. Yep, we are here. See if that helps any.
Okie dokie. Well, why don't we, do you want to start with questions now and we'll just continue and.
Oh, I don't care. We'll just go with the flow. What do you want to do?
Because then if people rewatch it, they'll have, we'll have it already going.
Yeah,
so
well,
I'm going to have you introduce yourself.
Okay, well, since you know me by now, my name is Candace Lynn, and I have the channel Carry On Candace. I am a over 50 content creator. I am actually 59. And Mary Kay used to always say, a woman who tells her age will tell anything. Always been my favorite quote. So, anyways, I'm an over 50 content creator, and I'm very open and use my platform about my struggles with adult ADHD, which I was diagnosed. Actually, it was diagnosed when I was 40. And I don't know if you can see my shirt. It's one of my shirts I made. It says hyper focused since birth. Um, anyways, like I said, I talk about living silver and solo. And I work in a funeral home. I'm a funeral director. And yeah. So now my daughter, she watched me work today and she's thinking, maybe I want to go into that business.
There you go.
Yeah. So I don't think it's ever too old. I worked in social services. I've worked in a lot of different things, and this has probably been one of the most enjoyable careers I've had.
Really?
And so yeah, I absolutely, it's a whole different, people say, how do you do it? How do you work with dead people? And I said, well, I got tired, I got tired of saving people because I worked in social services, I worked in long-term care, worked for Department of Human Services, and I was just ready to and it does have its moments. Like this week was pretty hard because a young man that passed away this week was a friend of mine's son, and my son
Right.
had went to school with him. And so that, they hit kind of hard. People said, how do you handle it? Babies are kind of hard. Young kids are hard. You see somebody laying there that's living here for 95 years, that doesn't bother me. But anyways, and then having ADHD, it's, it's always a roller coaster in my life. And I think we were talking about there, coffee and chaos. That's my life.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Diet Dr. Pepper.
pardon?
And Diet Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr. Pepper. There you go.
Yeah. I'll be a spokesperson for them. So what about you, Miss Kathleen? Let's hear about you.
Well, I'm I'm going to be 54 in November.
I know you're just a spring chicken.
Just a spring chicken.
Just a spring chicken.
I've been married for 30 years. We separated for a period of time and now are trying again.
Awesome.
And what else? I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm quite sure I have it. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I have chronic illness as well, so I try to deal with that and live life as normal as possible and try to find joy in everything.
Exactly.
And have changed a few of my thinking methods and things like that, which I will be sharing on my YouTube channel. But yeah, basically all towards healing, physical, spiritual, mental, just healing those things in my life. So
that's, I watch a lot of Mel Robbins, and she has, I don't know if she has a podcast. She's amazing. Yep. She's here on YouTube. Yes. She's got the Let Them movement. Anyways, I watch her, and I've known for years that I've had ADHD, but it wasn't until I finally, and I just tell women who ask me, how did you find out, of course I am diagnosed by a doctor. A lot of times some people will self-diagnose themselves, but I truly believe that if you have ADHD, please get a medical diagnosis. We can all, I did the same thing. I sit here and went, oh gosh, I did that. But really, and it doesn't mean just because you get a medical diagnosis doesn't mean you have to take medication. I chose to take medication. There's so many other ways to cope with your ADHD. Therapy. Yeah. And like you said, spiritual. There's different ways. I chose to do medication because I didn't get medicated till I was 56, and simply because my life was a roller coaster then. My mom had passed, my daughter was off away, and so to me, medication is good for me. If other people want to do it, that's fine, but I don't. It's for me. It done
Yep.
me some good. And like I said, there's so many other ways that Mel Robbins has a great podcast about the 6 signs of ADHD in women.
Okay.
And yeah, and what why I'm so why this is so I'm so passionate about our ADHD is because she talks about the women. There's a generation of women between the ages, I believe, of 40 and 70 is a lost generation.
Yes.
Yeah, when we were kids, we were just told if we weren't hyper or bouncing off the wall, they always said only boys have ADHD.
Right.
I remember kids being hyper in school and they'd say, oh, well, he has a, but girls, we weren't allowed to be known as having ADHD. So we were basically kind of, we were a lost generation. And it wasn't until I finally accepted that. And ADHD in a woman or a girl is so much more different than it is in a boy.
Yes.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
mine manifests as anxiety. Uh, I mean, there's a lot of other things I could go into, impulsivity. But as a child, I was very anxious and I spent a lot of time alone in trees, is what I tell people. And that's probably
Hmm.
why, I spent a lot of time alone. But like I said, boys were only characterized as ADHD. So now here we are, a group of women in our 40s to 70, and we're just now finding out, oh, I have ADHD. So, anyways, I know Carol has made some comments on her channel about, afraid she had dementia and stuff like that. Like I said, just go to a doctor, you find a psychiatrist or somebody and say, hey, give me that test.
Yeah. Well, I've taken 4 or 5 or more tests, and from different certified companies,
Yeah.
and they all say that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I did mention it a while back to my doctor, but it was a few years back, so he didn't know me that well. And at the time, he's like, "No, no, no, you don't have it," because
Yeah.
it's the thing that today doctors think everybody thinks they have ADHD, and it's like,
That's right. That's right. And I get that too. But
yeah,
I
but there's nothing else that explains my life or myself.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so Carol wrote on here, actually, at one time I wanted to work in a funeral home. Amarillo College has a mortuary program, and I was interested in that when I was around 45. A friend in the program who knows I am super sensitive to scents told me he didn't think my asthmatic lungs could handle the chemicals.
Well, yeah, I can understand that. I can see that. Now, if you work where I work, we do have chemicals, but we do not actually embalm, do embalmings and stuff like that in our actual funeral home. We do have a room where we could do that, but we don't actually do them. We have a service, or what we call a mortuary service anymore now. It's getting to where you just kind of basically let them do everything. Uh, Morticians and embalmers are getting to where there's not a whole lot of them. I work with a young man who's 21 and he's working with us and he wants to go to school but he's been working in um, the funeral industry since he was 18. So as far as chemicals, if you could work somewhere where they didn't actually embalm, and actually do preps of people. And I work with a couple, they're in their 80s, they're 85, around 85, and they've been doing it for 15 years. And all they do is visitations, and he helps us work funerals occasionally. But usually a visitation is something like a family visitation the night before, and that's how I started out. I started out working visitations, but like I said, maybe if you could find a funeral home that doesn't have a lot of chemicals in it, that would probably help. And I have asthma too, so I totally get it, Carol.
Now, I'm just going to let you know, we do have a little bit of a lag because the comments come up quite a while after.
Yes, I've
As
seen that.
Yeah, and as well as you had gone black because you were checking your Wi-Fi and everything, and Carol didn't mention that until quite a bit after. So we've got quite a bit of a lag here,
Yeah,
but that's okay. I just wanted
that
to
is,
let you know.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I've seen that. And so,
So
so
you
don't
see,
think we're ignoring you or anything.
no, we're not ignoring anybody. You guys are
No.
just hearing what we say a little bit after. So we will get to any of your questions. But right now, I'm going to ask Candace.
Yes, ma'am.
So if ADHD was a superpower, what would your superhero name be?
When I saw that question, I laughed. Oh, let's see. My coworkers came up with something and I forgot. I know I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think one of them was like um, Captain Chaos, and one was what was the other one? Miss Hyper Focused. I think that was a couple of them that they came up with because I was reading the questions to some of my coworkers the other day. So they were
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh yeah," so they were coming up with some great names.
Right. That's awesome. So, what's something totally random that made you laugh way too hard recently?
That's funny because that day when you sent me all them questions, my son, I wished I could show it to you and maybe I can post it if you'll give me permission. But, AI, I'm not real sure about this AI thing. Sometimes it just kind of scares me. But my son had a picture that his aunt had sent him, and it was just a random picture of him holding a cookie in one hand and a bag in the other. And she made him look like a, a Viking. He
Oh,
looked like a Viking, and he was holding this little ice cream cookie and in a bag in the other hand, but he was had a long beard and he dressed like a Viking. So
how
yeah, I
cute.
belly laughed when he sent me that the other day. He said, "Mom, I got to show you something." He's 30, he'll be 31, and I did. I laughed till I hurt. So yeah, so it's just funny things like that make me laugh. But I pretty well laugh at just a lot of probably inappropriate times. So
Yeah, it's par for the course.
yeah.
I don't know how to share, how to invite you to share something. So,
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know how to, I'll have to, maybe I can post that in comments or something later, but I have to get permission from my son if he'll let me post that picture. But I've laughed. I laughed so hard that I'm going to have a copy of it and put on my desk at work.
that's awesome. So, are you guys Norwegian then?
Pardon?
Are you Norwegian then?
Norwegian? No.
No.
Now, as far as I know, I don't know. I mean, my grandfather came over from Germany, and so as far unless he had some, unless he had some of that anyway, but as far as I know, we're not. But
Okay.
he just, yeah,
Just made it fun.
yeah.
Um, so in conversations, what is the weirdest rabbit hole that you've ever fallen into? Oh no, not conversations, sorry, on the internet. So when you're searching for things, you know how one thing can lead to another?
Yeah.
I don't know if,
Well, and I don't want people to think I really like well, me and my son, well, me and both my children, or they're both adults. We like true crime. And I can be on I have been known to be on the internet looking for um, a recipe or something. Next thing I know, I'm looking at true crime videos,
yeah.
and it's not so much that, I mean, it's just you wonder what goes through people's mind with these true crime things. And so I think true crime is probably my rabbit hole. I mean, I don't know. It's not that I don't think it's a weird thing. I just think it's just kind of interesting. You think what possesses people to kind of do things that they do. But yeah, I really do. I'm kind of a true crime junkie. I like to watch a lot of documentaries and stuff on that. So yeah, I might be on there looking for a fudge recipe, and the next thing I know, I'm watching something about who knows. I mean, you never know about me.
Yeah,
I tell people I wake up in a new world every day. So thank God I'm not boring.
I hear you. So this one with coffee, tea, or chaos, I'm not really sure what that question means.
Coffee, tea, or chaos? Well, I think I don't know. I mean, I'm just, like I said, I'm a little bit of everything. I mean, I make jokes about being chaotic and stuff, but I don't mean it in a inappropriate way, or I mean,
No.
I laugh at myself a lot. I mean, and I do some really crazy things sometimes, but I do love coffee and I do love tea and I love chaos. So that's how I would answer that.
Organized chaos, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. That's what I was telling some people at work. I have a way. I like things just right at work, but if you come to my house, you're going to go, oh my God. My daughter says you can definitely tell you have ADHD. But now at work, I want my work stuff organized. I want it.
Just so.
But at home, no, it's a whole different story. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, I hear you. So have you ever, maybe this will be your same answer, I'm not sure, but have you ever hyper-focused on something completely ridiculous?
Yes. Yeah, that's about once a week. I mean, I laugh. I mean, that I get so frustrated when I do get hyper focused because, like my coworker, when I think one day I said, I got to get off this, I'm hyper focusing on it. There's a dog. And now if I'm at home, I will get hyper focused on something, and it might be something as little as cleaning like a box of stuff out, and I won't, and I'll till get it done. I won't stop. But then I maybe need to go in there and change out a load of laundry, and I'll be like, I don't feel like doing that. I'd rather sit here and clean out this box.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I really want to work on this box, but my laundry's going to sit in there and mildew if I don't get up and go put it in there, and it's probably in there mildewing now. So yeah, hyper focusing is a really big, but like I said, with my medication, when I take medication, it really kind of, I tell people with my medication, I take mine in the morning, but it just kind of zeroes me in, and mine will last till about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank God I get off at 4, because then I can tell my coworker, I'll look over at her and I'm at 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock. I go, I'm done.
Right.
I can't zero in anymore. So I may have to go clean a bathroom or get up, walk around. So
Yep. I hear you.
ADHD can be a curse, and it can be very useful at times too. So
Yeah.
and I think you
Especially
got
with hyper-focusing.
that's right.
Yep. One moment. Oh, I missed a whole section, did I?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't know. What would your background music be in your thoughts?
Oh, that was another one that I was telling my coworkers. Background music. Well, other than like a circus theme, but I grew up in the 80s, and I'm a huge Duran Duran fan.
Mm-hmm.
Still love, there's my girl. Still love me some Duran Duran, and just I'll be sitting at my desk, and of course my coworker and I work pretty close to each other, and I might be in there in the middle of working on a memorial service, and next thing I know, I'm blurting out Rio. Her name is Rio, and she dancing on this. Or another one I just see. My latest one is NSYNC. Got NSYNC in my brain, and Backstreet Boys.
Oh, okay.
But I am going to show my age there. Duran Duran is my cup of tea. I love them, but yeah, like I said, I may be sitting there working, and all of a sudden,
Yep. My best friend in back then was into Duran Duran. Had books
oh,
all over her room and music and her hair
I,
and everything.
Yeah, I still love me some, and now they're all old men now, but you know.
It's fun to think about those
Oh
old days.
yeah, those were some good. That was good. Those were good hair days.
Yeah,
I had some
I think
good
so.
hair. I had some good hair in the 80s. I had some definitely good hair in the 80s. It was a lot longer and it was a lot bigger. I
And
always tell people, yeah, I want my hair to meet Jesus before I do.
yep, exactly. Yeah, I had to have my bangs just big
Yeah.
enough, and just
Boy, didn't we
structured
tease
just the
him?
right way.
Got to tease
Using
him
it.
back. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was a good time.
It
Good
was.
time.
Um. This is actually, I think you shared this on your video, but what is one of your favorite ADHD friendly snack combos?
I have several. I have several. I will eat anything from. Oh, I really have to be really careful because I can't eat a lot of sugar because it will make me sick.
Mhm.
So I like the other night. I love those watermelon sour patch. I don't even know if y'all have them in Canada, but they're a watermelon sour patch gummy. And
Yep.
one night I sat and ate a whole shareable size by myself. But then I was sicker than a dog. So of course, we all know I'm a Diet Dr. Pepper freak. Uh, I, I drink probably my weight in Diet Dr. Pepper, and I love coconut cream snow cones. Of course,
Mm.
when the snow cones go away for the summer, then I won't have one till next summer. But usually they start shutting it down about September. They
Yeah.
start shutting the snow cones around. So yeah, I have several, but I, I'm I the thing about with ADHD, we've got to have that rush, and so sugar, caffeine, it's our rush.
Yeah.
And so the problem is for me with caffeine, uh, and I used to have some insomnia real bad, and I would tell my doctor, I said, God, some nights I can't sleep. And so she would say, when you can't sleep, just get up and go drink a cup of coffee. And I have been known to drink a cup of coffee at 3 a.m.
Mm.
And then
Yep.
I can turn around. Yeah. And then I turn around and walk in there and crawl in my bed and go to
Go to
sleep.
sleep. Yep.
So that with ADHD, now that's how caffeine affects me. And so, I mean, not everybody has that problem, but I do. I mean, like I said, I can drink a cup of coffee and I'm yawning. You
Yep.
know,
Me too.
everybody would be like,
I
"What?"
have, in order to affect it, in order for it to affect me negatively, I have to have like three or cups in a row.
Yeah, yeah,
But if I have one cup before I go to bed or when I wake up in the middle of the night, it doesn't affect me.
yeah. And my doctor highly recommended that. She told me, she said, just when you can't sleep, just get up, brew you a cup of coffee. Thank God for a Keurig because you can just go in there and make one cup of coffee,
Yep.
and I can drink it. And like I said, within 30 minutes, a friend of mine, she also has ADHD, but it doesn't affect her that way. And she said, you are the only person I know that can drink a cup of coffee and yawn.
Actually, that's quite common
It is common.
in Mexico. Um,
Really?
yeah, my husband is Mexican, so every night before they go to bed or whatever, they have a cup of coffee and a piece of they call sweet bread. And
Wow.
yep, that's just
And then they go to sleep.
yeah. There are some people, of course, that can't do that, but there's more that do than don't.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah.
I'm gonna have to try the sweet bread. I think I've heard of that before.
Basically it's like pastry,
Hmm. Yeah.
but it's the Mexican style.
Yeah.
So there's a variety of different kinds of
Yeah, they got some good pastries. We got a little place over there across the bridge that makes some kind of little sweet pastries over
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I said we have a street in the next town, and one side is the Asian markets, and on the other side is the Hispanic. It's awesome. That's just all right there in one place. So you
Well, it
can
makes
go
it
to,
nice and convenient.
yeah, Saigon on this side, and yeah, it's really neat. It really is. It is convenient. So
Yeah, we actually have just recently, last year or the year before, there was Mexican bakery that opened up,
yeah.
and then around on the same strip mall or building, but around the corner, there's a Mexican restaurant that opened up. So
So see, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, you can get boba tea on one side, and like I said, Mexican pastries on the
there
other.
you
Oh,
go.
there's a wig shop too, right in the middle of that. You get your hair done while you're
There
at
you
it.
go. Don't have to go anywhere else.
No,
So there was, oh yeah. So what motivated you to start your YouTube channel?
a YouTube channel. Well, I had always wanted a YouTube channel. My daughter actually does streaming on another platform, and I used to think, man, I want to do that. I think that'd be fun. Of course, your kids look at you and you go, no, they don't do that, mom, don't do that. And
Yep.
I mean, I've always kind of put like little quirky uh, videos on my Facebook, and I had a TikTok. I got it to like 6 or 7 thousand. I think I had followers on there, and I grew a pretty good following on TikTok. And one day I just thought, I, I really, I have so many people say, "Oh, you ought to go try out for." I have one friend that tells me I need to try out for like little theater and stuff like that.
Mm.
But with ADHD, I'm afraid I'd forget my lines, so that's why I've never done anything like that. So to me, and being, I was alone, and of course my kids were living off, and I'm sitting here, and I was bored, and I thought, I'm just going to start making TikTok videos. And I started doing that, and people were like, oh my gosh, you're so funny. And I've, like I said, I have one friend that says, man, you need to go out and try out for theater and stuff like that. And but like I said, I, and I just wanted to kind of leave a legacy as well too. And I think you kind of understand that as well.
Yep.
You just want to have something. I don't have any grandchildren right now. I hope someday I do have grandchildren, but I would like to, hey, if I'm not here, maybe my kids will show their kids, say, oh, okay, well, this was your grandma. And I make
Right.
the remark, they're either going to think their grandma is super cool, or they're going to think, oh, dear God, she was nuts. So mainly I think, and two, I think it's a lot of therapy too. I know you talk about a lot of your health situations. Um, of course, I talk about my ADHD, and when I finally came out on my Facebook and admitted that I had ADHD, and I could not believe the women friends that came into my message, my messenger, and said, hey, thank you for sharing that, So my kids get on to me and tell me I share too much sometimes, so I'm having to kind of back myself up a little bit. But I don't know. I just wanted, I've always, I tell people I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian. I always
Yep.
wanted, and I always wanted to make people laugh. And so, I do silly things, and so, like I said, there's so many reasons why I wanted to do it. Not just mainly to spread awareness about my ADHD, living silver and solo,
Mm-hmm.
over 50 content creator. There's just so many avenues I've always wanted to go down, and I like I said, I love the community that I have met, and like you and I have just recently met, and I feel very connected to you, and um, I just have really got a lot. I've met a lot of people, very positive people on YouTube. You do get, and so I kind of pulled a lot of my content from TikTok last
Mm-hmm.
year, and thought I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I did, and it's growing slowly. And I would love for anybody to come follow this journey with me. And if anybody, any of your people, if they have ADHD or anything, please, just, send me a message. And, I would love to I just want to help people.
Yeah, it's a great place, YouTube. Like our community is growing all the time, right?
It is.
I don't know, like Carol had put on here Plain Vanilla Grandma about Mrs. Paula. Now I don't know if you know her.
I don't know her, but I'm going to go find her here.
You will love her. She's hilarious, just like you. I'm not serious, but I am, and I don't have that sense of humor that you and
well, I don't think that's a bad thing. It takes so many people to make the world go around.
But for myself, I've come to accept that this is who I am. Because I know, like, my husband is more goofy and funny and whatever.
Yeah.
And for myself, I'm the more, I will laugh at him, and once in a while I'll have be quirky with him. But my kind of quirky happens once in a while. It's not a constant. You know what I mean?
Well, now the video with you and your sisters. When I watched that today, I was dying laughing because what were they doing? Putting an earring in or something?
Yeah, we were heading to our cousin's celebration of life.
Yeah.
And my sister went and bought earrings last second to put them in, and she puts earrings in once a week, but they close up right away. Her ears.
Yeah. Yeah,
the one and then there are just these little tiny hook things that she couldn't get in the one. She got the other one in, and yesterday she finally got the earring in.
Yeah, the one sister goes, "Oh, I got it in. I got it in." Then she went, "No."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, she did." It's like you're sitting on the edge of your seat, going, "Oh my God, come on, get it in, get it in." And then she goes, "I got it in. I got it in." And the laughter is, well, I think that's what made me. I laughed more about because y'all were just sitting there laughing.
Yes.
So yeah. So that's what I love a lot about, like I said, YouTube, the spontaneous. When I first started doing YouTube, and you can look back at my old videos where I tried to script a lot of stuff, and I didn't like that. I didn't like I think you're kind of like me too. You just kind of talk from your heart, and I quit doing the whole scripting thing because I thought that's not me. And now that I know how to use CapCut and I can edit a lot of stuff out. But I did try to script when I first started on YouTube. And like I said, I didn't like that version of me. I felt like I was too stiff and too reserved. And, but I think you're a lot like me. You're very natural. We talk from our heart, and, so.
Yeah, I find I script sometimes. It depends what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I try more to. I find, I'm very much more. There was a couple times where people had said that, "Oh, you're so much more confident," and they didn't know I was reading a script.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to not do it word for word. But at the same time, and plus, I can't stay on one track, right? I'm very much, I'll start talking here, and then one thing will remind me of something else. So then I'll go there.
Yeah.
And then another thought or a word or a thought or something will come in my mind. So I'll go to somewhere else. And I usually don't come back to where I was starting.
Yeah. I call those are squirrel moments.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Exactly. I have a lot of those all the time.
I have those too every day. Squirrel.
Yeah. Most conversations I have, that's how I am. So
that's all right. That's all right. We are at an age that we can get away with it.
Yeah. So that's why when I have like specific topics that I'm going to talk about, then I'll have notes at least that I can. Yeah. Because I don't always remember everything. So
my best videos I have noticed are the two highest views I ever got on videos was talking about midlife crisis.
Talking about what, sorry?
Midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis.
Man, I got views and it just went through the roof. And then, so I went ahead and did a follow-up, and I did, instead of having a midlife crisis, I don't My kids tell me all the time, you're having a midlife crisis. You lost weight, you got a nose ring, you cut your hair short. They're always saying, you're having a midlife. I don't call it a midlife crisis. It's a midlife awakening. You
Yeah.
know, it,
Yep.
I mean, we're at this age, and I think that's kind of where you're at too.
Yep.
From what I've watched of you, it's like the lights came on,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, wow. And I look at it this way: this might be the last chapter of my life, And my
Yep.
mama lived to 93, but I'll be 60 next year, And today I had a woman come in, 47 years old, fell over,
Oh wow.
left this world yesterday,
Yep.
And so I think we're living in our moment. We're living, like you said, we're
Yep.
living now, because I don't know if you had children, but we were wives, we were mothers, and now we're empty net. I'm an empty nester for sure. Well, not at the moment, I'm not, but um, so now it's just like I thought about, and like I said, when my mother died, I had nobody to take care of. So I guess that's why I ended up with so many dogs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's just coming in. We are, and that's why I really hope that a lot of women younger than us will look at us and go, that it's not so scary to be 50. I mean, I think I remember watched something where somebody said something to you about being old, separating or something, so old. And what was that
Yes.
comment?
Somebody asked me, "What's it feel like to be old and separated?" Something like that.
Yeah. And I just was like, wow, I mean, but my daughter tells me all the time I'm old. And I
I've been
tell her,
hearing that for the last 15 years from my middle child.
yeah. And,
Since
and
I was,
in my mind, I feel 25. Now
yeah,
my body begs to differ, but
exactly.
I feel, oh yeah. I mean, I wake up with the aches and the pains, and if you'll ever notice my hands, I am just eat up with arthritis. But in my mind still feels young.
Yeah, my
But
mom would. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
no, you're fine. Go ahead.
My mom would always say, "You're only as young as you, or as old as you feel."
That's right.
Yeah,
I mean, some
and
days I feel really, really old.
hmm
Uh, but some day, like I said, in my mind, I feel young. And um, like I said, maybe it is a midlife crisis to some, because I've got my nose pierced and cut my hair
by the
off. And
way, speaking about nose piercings,
mhm.
did it hurt?
For a second, I mean, it pinched. It it feels like what you would think a needle going through your nostril would feel like.
Is it worse?
It was a. Is it worth it?
Is it worse than your? I mean, do you remember getting your ears pierced?
Yeah, I remember getting my ears pierced. No, I think I had my cartilage pierced
Oh,
while
okay.
I was pregnant, and I hated that. It hurt. I had to take it out after 4 days. The nose, to me, it did not hurt. I mean, it healed a lot quicker, or it
Because
seemed like it healed. But
oh, okay. Because for years I've wanted one,
mhm.
and then I saw Tracy with one, and then I see
Yeah,
you with one. So I'm like, I'm
yeah. I mean, it hurt for a second, and the girl who done mine, I had mine done when my daughter was living in another state, and she did it so quick. They do it so quickly. I mean, she said, okay, I'm done. And I'm like, so it did pinch a little
right.
bit. It did pinch
Yeah,
a
of
little
course.
bit, but I would like to have another piercing. I would like to have one right here, but I don't know. I know when I got my job at the funeral home, and of course my boss, my head boss, we're family owned, and I think he's in his late 80s, and so I was a little concerned. I said, I told my boss, which he's younger, he's in his mid 30s, and I said, now look, I have a nose ring. Is that going to offend anybody? Or he's like, well, no, but nobody know. The owner, he never says anything about it. So,
That's good.
but I mean, if it offended somebody, I would. But I normally wear the same nose ring all the time. I wear a ring in my nose, and but yeah, I wished I'd have done it sooner. It's something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to get a tattoo, and my ex would always say, if you get a tattoo, I'm going to cut it off. And, just would say a little stuff. Well, I got a tattoo and I have two now.
Oh,
And
do you?
then I just think it's just something. I mean, like I said, you can call it a midlife crisis if you want to, or midlife awakening. But I just think
Awakening.
I think it's something I always wanted to do, but I was always told I couldn't do it. My
Yeah.
parents said, you can't do that. And then I was told I couldn't do it because I was a mother. And so then once I got free of all that, I thought, this is my life. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
So, but I get a lot of compliments. Like every time I go through the Chick-fil-A down here, those little young girls will always say, I love your nose ring. So I said yesterday, I told the girl, I said, see, when you turn 60, you can look like this. Oh, they were like, oh yeah. So I either made an impression or they're thinking, boy, that lady's a loon.
Don't
And I
think
had
so.
my normal glasses on that day too. So anyways, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get a tattoo or two as well. I
I
want to
would
get,
highly recommend it. Do it now. Like I said, there's a song. I know. I think I've done some videos on it. My favorite song is called "Unwritten," and I don't know if you've ever heard it. It's a Natalie Bedingfield, and it talks about um, and no one can feel the rain on their face. But anyways, it just talks about nobody can do anything else for you but you.
right.
And it's called Unwritten, and it's a very popular song, and that's kind of my anthem. And when I was going through a divorce and stuff, I just remember just listening to that song and thinking, the rest is unwritten, you know.
Mhm.
And like I said, when you look at things like when I see a young woman come in today and she's gone, she's no longer in this world, and I'm thinking, wow, it can happen in a flash,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I think just live like you said, live.
Yeah.
We
Exactly.
may have arthritis and we may have health issues, but it doesn't define who we are and what we want to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, go for it. Go for it. Get that tattoo. I'll fly to Canada and
Right.
go with you when you get it.
We've only got one person watching right now, but
Well, hey,
that's
that's all
okay.
right.
Yeah.
We can air this,
We're
but
enjoying our visit and getting to know each other anyhow.
yeah, I'm enjoying it too. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely enjoying it. But
So may I ask what your tattoos are of?
my tattoos, this one right here, I'm not real
Oh,
proud of this one because the guy that done mine, my daughter, and these are matching tattoos. My daughter's is absolutely beautiful. This is an infinity with a heart. I wish my daughter was in here. I would let her show, but I tell a funny story about this uh, tattoo is because hers is beautiful and it's real big, but a different guy done hers. And I think the guy who done mine was under the influence
ah,
because he had been in the back smoking a little something.
right.
And so when he
Little
came back and
something.
done mine, my daughter and I both went, right, Mom? And hers is beautiful. So it was her first tattoo. I'm glad hers turned out. My other tattoo is three butterflies that have my kids. It's the three butterflies represent me, my son, and my daughter, and they're each colored with our birthstone. So my favorite number in the whole world is three.
Hmm.
I was born on the third day of the third month, and my name starts with the third letter of the alphabet.
Oh, there you go.
When you sit in a tree when you're 7 years old, you think of these things. So I always wanted a tattoo with three butterflies. So the one butterfly is the March birthstone. The
Right.
second butterfly is my son's birthstone, August, and the third butterfly is my daughter, who is, I think it's like an opal or it's like a pink color. So
Okay.
October. So yeah.
Nice.
But I would like I'm thinking about my third one, and my mother, she passed 2 years ago, and she loves zinnias, and for some reason I can't grow a zinnia, but I planted 2 boxes of zinnia seeds and only have about 3 zinnias growing. And so my next one, I want to have
A zinnia.
a zinnia put on me. So
Nice.
yeah, so
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, because I do want a representation of all of my kids.
yeah, I mean, that's what I got the first time.
Yeah.
And like I said, and I always wanted 3 butterflies. And then I thought, what better than to have 3 butterflies, and they're flying together. And I'm the biggest one, and then my son and my daughter. So
Right.
yeah, so it represents, it's special to me. It might not be special to anybody else. So
No, that's the point of them, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
For special occasions, special to you.
Yeah, and I love butterflies. So I've always loved butterflies, love cardinals, stuff like that. But yeah, I think my next one, my daughter and I were talking about that the other day, that we like to have something that represented. She would like to have a cardinal put on because that reminds her of her grandparent or her grandmothers. And so I think when you do something there, and I tell people like this, right, my nose ring has a little pearl, not a pearl, excuse me, an opal, and that's her birthstone. So,
Okay.
so I have a little opal in my, and I don't know if she knows that, but that's why I have the little opal in my nose ring.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Very nice.
yeah. But I know when I got my nose pierced that time, my son was with me. Of course, like I said, they were adults. He was just like, he was not happy. Not happy. So,
Oh well.
yeah. So,
But you're happy, so that's good.
just do it. Just do it. I mean, if it's something you have thought about for your whole life, just do it. That's what I say. Yeah.
So have you had short hair for a long time now since we both have short hair?
You know, I weighed at one time, I weighed 300 pounds, and I lost weight. I had surgery 5 years ago, and I lost over 100 and about 110 pounds. And so I always had, and I've been meaning to show. I have a video of my transformation, and I don't think I've put it on my YouTube. I know it's on my TikTok. So I always wanted short hair, and my mom always had short hair, but I always wore my hair long. And I guess it was probably about 4 years ago. I'd always wanted a pixie, but just to see myself with that much weight on me, I was like, ugh, I don't know if I will. And so, because I had a very thick, my ex-husband used to always said I had a really big head. So, not because my head was just like, so I called the girl that done my hair and I said, hey, I want a pixie. And she goes, are you sure? And I said, yeah. And so I've had my hair short ever since. I can't get it short enough. So I love short hair.
Yeah, me too.
And I should have just wore it short when I was, like I said, but now I don't like to fix my hair. I get up and I do this, and and I feel bad because I don't like to fix my hair. So
yeah, I went through that phase too, though. Which I have some of my videos, and part of it is because of my sorry, I'm playing with my table. Part of it is because of my chronic illnesses that I went through. Didn't have the energy to do anything with my hair or makeup, but I also went through the phase of just being like, why do I have to do all the beauty stuff? Like, I like it, I like makeup, I like doing my hair, but I went through that phase of being like, if you not want, like, shouldn't be expected of me, it should be just if I want to do it. And I feel like in the world, except like Saskatchewan is weird, a lot of people don't wear makeup here. And if you wear lipstick like mine, they just, and I've always liked like this color or bright pink or bright purple, not purple, not like I have like a berry purple, I guess. And people just, oh no, like, yeah.
If they seen me walking down the street, they'd probably run and hide and shut their doors. It's like, there is something loose out in our neighborhood.
Yeah, it's quite funny because growing up in
I tell people I wear, someone asked me the other day, Because my lipstick, I wear a 16-hour lipstick and it stays on. I'll
Hmm.
wash my makeup off at night. My lipstick will still be sitting there. And someone said, "What kind of lipstick do you wear?" And I said, "It's Rimmel's 16-hour lipstick.
Yeah.
And it will stay on for 16 hours." But my mom was, mom didn't think you should go out without lipstick and a scarf around your head. Now, it didn't matter if you wore any other makeup, but as long as you had a scarf, no, I don't wear scarves, but scarf around your head and your lipstick, then you were put together, you know.
Yeah. And that's around this area. I grew up in Alberta. I was born and raised in Alberta.
Yeah.
And the two provinces are like night and day.
Mm-hmm.
They are very different from each other. And so out there, it was very common to wear lipstick and makeup. And I grew up in
Yeah.
the city. I was in the city. I wasn't in a small town. Now, in Saskatchewan, like the province of Saskatchewan, the biggest city, I don't even know how big Saskatoon is, but it's not very big.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so in Calgary, most people would wear lipstick
Mm-hmm.
and makeup. So
Yeah.
moving here was quite a culture shock in
I
a
bet.
variety of ways.
Yeah, I bet. I know. I think about, I don't know, are you familiar with Dolly Parton?
Yep.
She used to say that she always thought those women, when it turned out to be, they ended up being the ladies of the evening, I guess. But she
Mm.
always admired them because they always had real pretty makeup and lots of lipstick and big hair. And she thought they were just absolutely beautiful. But little did she know that they were ladies of the evening. I guess.
Yeah.
So every time I think about that, I think, yeah, I can remember thinking that was really cool too, because I remember seeing some lady. My sister had a business, and I remember them ladies would come in. I always thought they were so pretty, but that's what they were too. Now that I know at 15, I didn't realize that's what those ladies were. So,
Yeah.
but I kind of, when I think about Dolly Parton, I think about her saying she wanted to look like those women, with the big hair and lots of
Right.
makeup and stuff like that. But look
Yeah.
at her, made her a kabillionaire. So she done good for herself.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, of course, very talented too, as well.
Yes. Very, very talented. Um. So in your YouTube community, who do you have apart from plain vanilla grandma? Who
Well,
comes to mind?
thankfully, you've come into. I had another friend, and I'm not sure. Lana and I keep up with each other. Lana Lane. She
Okay.
had Simply Lana. I don't know if Lana is doing any content right now because she's in the middle of moving. She had sold her home and they're moving into a new home. Susan Beth, I don't know. I like her. She is, I think she has a podcast. She's a very spiritual lady. I really love her. Just really down to earth lady. I think her name's Susan Beth. Oh my gosh. There's just so many that I admire, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm in awe of some of these people that I look at. When I first started my YouTube, I can't even think of her name, but she was Silver and Solo, and I
Oh
can't
yeah, yeah,
love her. Then I got to become close with Beautiful Life Sage, which was
yeah.
Jen,
Jen. Mm-hmm.
which I don't know if they're still doing anything right now because I
No,
don't think,
she's had to take a break.
yeah,
So
because I
I
think,
think it's been a good 2 months or more that she's.
yeah, I think her dad had passed or something. And
Okay.
so I really connected with them when I first started. Oh, there's so many, and I'm going to feel horrible if I don't mention all of them.
Well,
Um,
it's kind of hard to mention everybody.
but yeah, but those were the ones that, and then Lana, of course, we're still friends on Facebook. We keep up with each other on Facebook. And so there, like I said, there's just so many and so many women that I admire, um, that I have watched. Some that I used to admire and not so much admire anymore.
Mm, that happens. Yep.
It's like they grew overnight, and not that they just super grew, and then now it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like once somebody gets 40,000 or more subscribers, they kind of you kind of lose touch with them.
Well, that's like Silver and Solo, isn't it?
Oops, sorry about that. I haven't watched her in a while, so I don't know
No, I
what
haven't
she's
either. But
up to for now.
she's one who grew in a
She's
very short period of time.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I haven't seen her. She's not been showing up in my feed, but it's because I noticed that I'm getting a lot of newer. Like, I've ran into you. I've kind of like YouTube's algorithm because they're sending out new stuff and new people for me to follow. So, like I said, there's just so many. I wish I could name them all, but I'm just very honored to be a part of a group of women that we are just, I think, doing an excellent job. And like when I seen Carol make a post that somebody was just being rude to her, and I thought, and I get my feelings hurt when people make bad comments on my stuff, but I'm not doing it for you. And there's a lot of people I don't like what they do on YouTube, but I'm not going to go on their comment section and say, you suck or you stink.
Exactly.
So
yeah, if you don't like somebody, go on to another channel. Like why take the time to? But I think they either enjoy their reaction, or they just are angry and they have to,
They're just mean. People, there are just mean people in this world. I've heard people say, oh yeah, those are keyboard warriors, and those are people that are just sitting back and they want to call, it is. It's like daily life, you're going to have those that are going to cause drama. So like I said, the other day I did kind of get my feelings hurt, and I thought, no, this is me. This is my channel.
Yep.
This is how I am. And if you out there don't like it, go ahead, keep on rolling. It's okay. I know last year I never really talk about political stuff. I don't want to go there. And people last year during our elections and stuff, they were like, well, they come on your comment, well, who you voting for? Well, who you voting for? She must be going to vote for so-and-so because she's saying all the, and I'm like, and I made a video on saying, I voted. Well, I didn't go on there and tell anybody who I voted for. It's nobody's business. That's between me and God and that voting machine, and so people got really hateful because I wouldn't say, well, who did you vote?
That's why it's called a silent vote.
Yeah. And so I don't want to make my channel that. And I tend to not go towards stuff like that. I mean, it's my opinion. It's my right, and so I think a lot of people, I think I did lose probably some people during that time, but I said, hey, it's my right. I'm very honored that I get to get up and drive to a polling place and get to vote. Now, who I vote for is nobody's business.
That's right.
And so I think it did, some people kind of get mad because you won't spill the beans. And so anyway, so stuff like that, I just really it kind of bothers me. So I try not to get too political on stuff like that. So
yeah, I try my best to, because I kind of prepared my mind before coming on YouTube that I knew I was going to get trolls and I knew I was going to get negative and mean comments or whatever, right?
Yeah.
There was one that was quite mean, and I can't remember even what it was. But to me, I look at it. I try to look at it's growing the algorithm, like you had mentioned on your video.
Yeah.
And they're like this to everybody. It's not a personal attack. It's that's their joy is saying things, or maybe they just don't like. For instance, I was talking about my separation and everything, and one girl didn't hurt me. I just thought it was funny. Grow your hair. Stop whining and just grow your hair, or something like that. Like, well, first of all,
I seen that comment, and I was like,
huh? What'd you say?
It's like, what?
Yeah. Grow my hair? Why should I grow my hair? I like it short.
Let me shave. I have really thought about shaving my head.
I did once.
well, I think I could rock the Sinead O'Connor look, you know.
I got frustrated. I had gone to this hairstylist because I've been cutting my hair by myself. Like first I have my daughter, she cut it right off for me.
Yeah.
And then after it grew up, because my hair grows very quickly.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, maybe I should go to a hairstylist this time and get it cut. So stop bugging my daughter to do it. So I went. Well, she gave me back in the 80s, we would call them a butch hairstyle, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not butch. I want a lady's hairstyle.
Yeah.
Like, and then I was like, okay. So I paid money for this. Great. So then I was like, okay, found another one. A few months down the road, I was like, okay, I need my hair cut again. I should get it cut probably once every month, but anyhow, I found this other lady. I could not remember what a pixie cut was called. That's why.
Yeah.
I was like, give me a lady's short haircut. And the first hit lady that I went to, her boss was just like, she couldn't believe the hairstyle she had given me. And I don't know how to be like, oh, I hate my hair. I'm really bad at that.
Yeah.
I probably should have told her, but her attitude was, oh, I like it. I think I did a really good job. And I was like, yeah, sure.
I think, you know, my sister is 8 years older than me, and she has hair down her backside.
Yeah.
And, you know, but her excuse is, I don't know how to cut my hair, and I wouldn't fix it if I did cut it. Yeah. So I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, but to me, having short hair, I mean, you don't have to fix it unless you just want to. I mean, like I said, I get up in the mornings, go to work. I usually sleep as late as I can.
Yeah.
And before I have to make my commute. And then sometimes I get to work, and if I have time, I go in there and put my makeup on, do my hair in the bathroom. So, thank goodness I work for a laid back place, but I try to do that when we're not busy. So
You're right.
yeah.
No, it's
So,
quite funny the
I don't know.
different things that people comment on.
I just feel a little bit more liberating. You know, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I just feel better with short hair. When it does try to grow out a little bit, it starts kind of making me, especially when in the back, if it starts getting thick in the back, boy, it just makes me crazy. I'm uncomfortable. And of course, here, I don't know how y'all are, but the humidity is so horrible. I mean, you can walk from your house to your car and my head will be sweating. So I can't imagine having thick hair. And it was, like I said, I had to work a funeral outside yesterday, a graveside. I was miserable. I mean, by the time I got back to the office, I was just soaked from just the humidity. So if I had long hair, it would be flat. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just, like I said, I love long hair. I wished I could have long hair, but I don't know. I just like my pixie cut.
Yeah.
I like my pixie.
So do you have a good hairstylist then, I'm assuming?
Yes, the same girl that has done my hair for, gosh, she's probably done my hair for 20 years.
Oh,
And
wow.
I keep thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do if she ever retires?
Yeah.
But we went to church together forever, and I knew her long before that. And then we went to church together, and she started doing my hair. She did my hair when it was long, and she did my hair when I was, heavy. And she's just one of those people. I sit in her chair, and she'll go, "What do you want?" And I said, "I don't care. You just do it." And she cuts it, and I just go with it.
Yeah.
She'll say, "Are you sure you like it?" I'm like, "I don't care. Me, I don't. As long as I can just get up in the morning and do this, I feel great." So she'll see.
Well, I was trying to say that to the ladies as well. So the second lady who did my hairstylist, she cut it super short, which it wasn't bad, but it was like flat, no body to it, just flat, which was okay. But I got it done twice, and the next time it was like she had even less, didn't even really try with it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to cut my hair by myself. So I have
Well,
been.
I think it looks amazing. I
Oh,
think it
thank
looks
you.
cute. I would have never known. I just think there are some people that are really, everybody's good at something. And I think there are people that are good at cutting short hair. And I think that because sometimes, and there's good people that are people that cut really good long hair. So, um, everybody's good at something. And so, like I said, the girl who does my hair, she does a great job on short hair.
That's
So,
awesome. Yeah, my sister's a hairstylist actually, but she's 4.5 hours from me.
oh, Lord. Yeah.
And so it's hard to get away and go get my hair done. Plus, she has a similar chronic illness than I do. So
Yeah.
so if
Yeah.
she's not feeling good when I go there, I don't want her to take that time either.
Yeah. Yeah, and I understand that. My mama used to make me give her perms,
Oh
and
yeah.
she had thickest hair. She had a lot of hair, and she'd say, "But you give me such a good perm," and it would take me 3 hours just to roll her hair.
Hmm.
And I'd say, "Mama," and so the last perm she got, I paid my friend to give it to her, and boy, she did not. Of course, she was in their dementia stage.
Mm,
I don't want somebody else to do my hair. I want you to. I said, "Mom, I'm tired. I work all day." This was before I was doing what I do now. And I
right.
said, so I paid my friend to do it. She'd say, "Well, how much did you pay her?" And I said, "It doesn't matter. You got a perm." I
Yep.
said, "Do you like your perm?" She said, "Well, yeah, I really love it, but I'd rather you've done it." So I said, "Mom, it doesn't matter as long as you got a perm."
Yeah.
It was that same girl, the girl who does my hair when my mom passed. She went and did my mama's hair and done her makeup.
Mm,
So, and I polished her nails. So
wow.
yeah, it was very special. So, and that was before I was fully into working in the funeral. I was working part time. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
So
pretty
yeah,
neat.
yeah, she looked amazing, and her hair was high enough to meet Jesus. So, and that is a little joke. I'm not playing it. One time my coworker and I were laughing because she kept saying, "I think you need to do Mrs. So and So's hair just because I will fix your hair if it needs to be fixed, and I'll put makeup on you, but sometimes we can't get a hairdresser in, and I don't mind, because I always did my mom's hair, and so she'll say, well, I think Mrs. So and So needs a little bit more on her top of her head." And I went in there one day and I was fixing this lady's hair, and I'll talk to you. If you're laying there in the casket, I'm going to talk to you. And I was sitting there fixing her hair and teasing it. And I walked into my boss or my coworker and I said, if I get her hair any higher, her hair is going to meet Jesus before she does. And she was like, huh? I s- but that's Christian humor. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I mean, that's how I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's just what I said. I said, her hair any higher, it's gonna get there before she does. So, like I said, I'm not playing light on it or anything. It's just that's just my sense of humor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but
Exactly.
yeah, I do. I will fix your hair. I'll put your makeup on. I'll do your nails. Just whatever. If you want me to do it, I'll do that for you when you pass on. So, and it's not bad. People think that is so great, but it really isn't. It you kind of look at. No, I don't know why I got off on this, but I don't know. I would hope somebody would take the time to make me look pretty, and
Right.
do my nails, and I just to me it's an honor, and
Mhm.
it's a blessing to. I had one lady um, last year. She fought cancer. She was younger than me. She was about 52, I think, and fought cancer and fought cancer. And it was when I had first started full time, and her husband and daughter was just so sad because she hadn't had time to get her nails done. And of course, she had acrylics on, and they were grown out.
Mm.
And believe it or not, I was a nail technician for 15 years.
Really?
And I did nails years ago before I had my kids, and I just went in there and did her nails, and did her, and her family was so excited, you
Mm.
know. So, I mean, you just got to take, I would hope somebody would do something as nice for me, but Like I
Mhm.
said, her family was so excited because they said she kept wanting to go get her nails done, but she was too sick. And my little boss, he said, well, what color polish? And I said, well, see this color in her sweater? She had kind of a white cream sweater on with a little bit of burgundy in it.
Mm.
And I said, I want you to take a picture of this sweater. And so my boss went to Walmart or wherever, and he matched that polished
Nice.
sweater. So, yeah, I mean, I could tell you lots of stories, but yeah,
No, they're
we,
good stories.
we kind of got off the ADHD thing, but
That's
yeah,
well, that's I kind of thought, in the little bit in the beginning we would do ADHD and then kind of talk about YouTube and then see where things go because that's how,
I
getting
think
to know each other and
I know, and I love it because if you're watching us, we got what two? If you're
do.
watching us, and if even if you watch the replay, basically, I mean, we've talked through WhatsApp and stuff like that. So this is the first time we've got to meet face to face, and in 2 weeks, right?
Yes, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, the tables will turn, and
Yep.
I'm going to get to interview Miss Kathleen.
Yes.
So maybe we need to come up with some questions, or maybe we need to take a poll, and maybe we need to
There you go.
let your viewers want to know what kind of questions I'm going to ask you. And I promise I'll let you talk. I won't do all the talk.
That's okay.
I'm not shy. You can obviously tell.
No, I depending on who I'm talking to,
Yeah,
I'm very much the same as you.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. But because I'm the one interviewing you this time, then I'm
Then see, I'll keep my mouth shut. Let you do all the talking next time. So yeah, I mean, I
you'll
think
see
we
me
would.
do a little bit. But
We'll maybe we can. Maybe people can put some questions down here. I don't know. Maybe we can figure out what people want to know about you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, but then we're also going to have a lot of your followers watching yours because it'll be on your channel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, so
Well, I'm
we'll
excited.
see.
I have gained some new subs, and so I mean, I think it's exciting,
Yeah.
And like I said, when you came out and said, "Well, hey, I know how to," because I was like, I don't know how to do that, where you interview and have two people, and Kathleen to the rescue goes, "I know how to do that."
Well, my hope is this: you can my thing is I want to help other people grow, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
and
we
I
can
think
learn
it's
together and grow together, and that's what I like to do.
yeah,
Um, so and I don't feel like, oh, I'm a hero. No, I know that I want to grow as well, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
together we walk together, we grow together, and then you will do this in turn for somebody else eventually, and you'll be the one, you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I
um,
do. Yeah, and it's like I said, a community of people, and like I said, my algorithm has changed, and of course, you have popped up in my algorithm, and I've found some other new people, and so it's kind of I've enjoyed. I'm glad that YouTube has done that. They're kind of pushing other people with similar content as mine
mhm,
out to me, and so that it's just a good way to go on there and. Find people. And
yeah,
so, like I said, some of those people that I've lost contact with, I was in a small group, in a YouTube group at one time of a small, we were growing together. But then I left YouTube during the political stuff last fall because I couldn't handle it. Not
yeah,
YouTube, excuse me, Facebook,
Facebook,
because it was just, it was so horrible, and like I said, these people were bashing this candidate and this people were, and I'm just like, so
drama.
I left
Yeah,
Facebook for about 6 months and then really just focused on my YouTube then. And that was last year during
right.
our whole political stuff. So, uh, like I said, I just needed a break and I took a break. But anyways, I was in that small YouTube creators group and then I left and I kind of lost contact with a lot of those ladies that I was in there with. So I don't even know if I'm sure that group still uh, aging on your own terms with Vicky. I know she was kind of
Oh,
in charge of that one. She's very interesting as well. Oh, I gotta forget my friend Pink Impossible.
mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
call her
She's
Pinky.
amazing.
I
Yep.
call her Pinky. Uh, Pinky and I started about the same time. So I think she started around June. And so we're kind of neck and neck. I think we're about on the same count. And then there was another lady. I loved her haul videos. Fines Girl. I don't know if you know her,
Which
but
one?
Fines, I think her name was Fines Girl. Like her. She's about our age, but she does a lot of YouTube. Um, she does a lot of hauls, is what she does,
Okay. Yeah.
videos. Because, I like to shop. So she does a
Mhm.
lot of shopping hauls. So,
Right.
so yeah, there's just so many. And if people are on the fence about starting a channel, man, just do it.
Hmm.
I mean, people say we got to have a niche and you got to have something to turn the camera on, and just start talking, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I just encourage, especially women, our over 50 creators, or any age. I mean, I'm going
Yeah.
to say that, but I'm going to, because a lot of the women I even follow were 50 and older. I mean, just do it.
Mhm.
Reach out to me or reach out to Kathleen and just, what do I do? How,
Yeah.
just push record,
Yeah.
and just start talking, you
Hmm.
know, driving down the road. I mean, a lot of times I would just practice putting my camera on and driving down the road and talking.
Yeah.
A lot of them videos I didn't post,
Yeah.
but at least I could watch myself and go, but don't critique yourself, don't spend too much time. I mean, because I look at my older videos when I first started, I think, oh, good God, that was horrible. But just do it. Don't sit
Yeah.
around and wait.
Well,
I think.
I started mine. I don't know, 2019.
Hmm.
So it's quite a while ago, but I only did a year and a half or two, I think, or less. I don't even remember how long I did. The only reason I started it back then is because my son wanted a YouTube channel.
Hmm.
And so we did a mom and son channel. And then um, my mother in law came. So we taught Spanish together because I speak Spanish
Wow,
fluently. So she would speak Spanish and I would translate it to English. And
that's awesome.
yeah, so we did a lot of different ones. My daughter wanted pan dulce. What's a I can't remember the name of the bread. Um, Typical Mexican bread. So my mother-in-law's never made it. She usually just buys it.
Hmm.
So, but together we made this this bread for my daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just shared that on there. My husband and I then went on to cooking together
Hmm.
and different things like that. So we just kind of had fun with it. We weren't really trying to have fun, you know.
Yeah.
And but this last, I think it was September last year, that I was just like the beginning of September or the end of August, I can't remember, where I just thought, you know what, it's time to get it back up there.
Yeah.
And
So how fast is your subscriber count? I mean, of course, they always say subscriber count doesn't matter, but where were you at in September and where are you now?
I was at 600 and I believe 90, I had said, and now I'm at 1180.
See?
So
And the consistency too. I mean, that's why this month in August, I'm challenging myself to try to do something every day. If it's just doing a short or a long video or a post or something. And if anybody wants to join that, but you pretty much post every day though, don't you?
I'm trying to do shorts 2 or 3 days a week,
Yeah.
and then I do a live. Now, what I haven't done though in the last couple weeks is my long form video.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I need to do that. Um, but I really want to. I used to do those, upload those Friday nights, but because I'm doing these lives on Friday,
Hmm.
then I don't really want to do that um, at the same day. So
So are you doing lives every Friday?
that's my goal. My
Yeah.
goal is to do a live with one, two maximum, but I think one for now
Yeah.
until I get the practice and hang of it, and
Yeah. Well, you do an excellent job.
oh well,
Although we
thank you.
did have our little technical, but
I don't want to jinx this, but you're finally not freezing.
Well, you keep blacking out.
I do now.
You every now and then you'll just be kind of, and then all of a sudden it'll black out. So I don't know what the deal is.
Because
I
now,
mean,
now you're perfect. You're like,
yeah. So I don't know. Might have something to do with the night time of night. I don't know. Maybe we need to go later. Maybe there's less people on because well, I'm at 9:30.
right. If we go later, I won't be able to talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally, I will be. You'll actually see my fibromyalgia take
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it probably has a lot to do with that too.
It
And
could, yeah.
so
Or I don't know if it's like the day of the week as well.
yeah, it could be because there's a lot of people streaming on Friday. I don't know. We
Yeah,
just
it's
don't know.
hard to say. A lot of people using their internet, that's for sure.
Yeah. So
But
I wished I was home during the day so I could do more stuff during the day, but I mean, it is what it is. And now, do you work?
no, I am focusing on this and my clothing line that I have.
Awesome. And you have a clothing line?
I do.
Okay, well, we'll save that for 2 weeks from now. I didn't know that. See, I learned something.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
you won't you're a bargain hunter, so you won't buy any of my stuff.
Do what?
I said you're a bargain hunter, so you won't buy any of my stuff.
Hey, you never know. Do you make it?
See this?
Yes, that's what I was looking at earlier. I was asking you what that was.
This is a coaster.
Oh my gosh.
Um, it's just a regular tile,
Uh-huh.
which I turn into a coaster.
Uh-huh.
So I've made 5 of each of these.
Uh-huh.
But like I've made 5 sets or 4 sets. 4 sets. And so I am going to I'll lacquer them once they've cured long enough.
Wow. That's really cool.
So what I do with my clothing line, which I'll show you next time, is I take a picture of this, my paint, whatever painting I do. I do acrylic pour painting.
Uh-huh.
I missed a spot. I take a picture of it and then I send it off. It has to be a certain quality, a certain pixel
Resolution, yeah.
Yeah. So I send it off to a company because I wouldn't be able to make enough clothing if I actually sold clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because most people who have a clothing company are not going to make their own clothes to sell.
Yeah.
Right. So the company that I use is in Montreal, Canada. And so they started the company. Am I taking over your time?
No, you're fine. I'm enjoying this.
Okay. So they sorry for my pause. They started the company. A young man started the company. He was an artist, and he wanted to share his artwork with people in a different way, right? So I don't remember exactly how he did it, but he made his own clothing and incorporated his art into that. And then it grew from that to printing material to make clothing.
Yeah.
And then he thought, you know what, I would like to do this for everybody, like who's an artist who would like to. And it doesn't have to be like, it can be a picture that you take. It can be whatever you want and send it. They will put it on and I'll show you next week a few of my clothing. And then, yeah, so the quality is very good.
Yeah.
And my brain is not working. See,
That's right.
But I will share more with you about that.
I would like to learn more about that. That's really
on
cool.
the 22nd. And too bad I ordered another piece of my clothing because I'm trying to order some to show people what it's like. And I love it because it's so comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
For me, growing up, when I was like a working and buying my own clothes as a teenager and a young adult, the material that I liked was rayon.
Mm-hmm.
except for I stopped liking it because you had to iron it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even this, like I like loose clothing. 1 second here. My son wants to go make himself some food. And I'm sitting by the kitchen, which is another reason that I want to make the other room into my YouTube studio.
Yeah. That's a great idea. I guess I watched my iPad way too long and it finally died again.
Oh,
And it was plugged into the charger. It's plugged into the charger. So it's pretty dead. Well, I'm excited to learn more about that because that's really is it kind of like a print on demand kind of company?
well, they do no, like it's completely different. Like they will print on demand. They will print one piece if you want. It's more expensive that way.
Yeah.
But they do their pieces I can sell to a boutique.
Okay.
So I can go to like a boutique here and say, hey, this is what I have. Are you interested? Do a little show for them.
Yeah.
And I'm building up to that. I haven't been well enough to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about winter because usually at some point at the coldest parts of winter, I start going again. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I don't, but anyhow, so yeah, that's another thing that I want to do is make basically you know what? I'm just not going to talk about it right now. We're going to save it for next week.
We'll save it. Yeah. Well, that's kind of like me. I started my little T-shirt thing, and I've kind of put it on the back burner, and I call it. And I would show you my tag, but my tag's on the back. It's called Hyper Focus Wearables.
Oh, nice. I like that.
So, but it's print on demand. I mean, my daughter said, because on my tag it says for the neurospicy, and she goes, "What is it?" I said, "It's neurodivergent," but I actually going to take that bottom part out. But it's a brain that's all different colors, and it's called I don't know. One day I just designed it on Canva, and it's called Hyper Focus because since hyper focusing is my thing, and the hyper focus where I didn't want to like hyper focus clothing or I just wanted wearables. So anyway, so that's mine. But so I'm kind of wanting to get mine. Maybe we need to you kind of give me some. But I do use a print on demand company, right. And I just send them my design because like this is something I came up with, and then I just put it on a T-shirt, and they print it. But I do have that linked in my. But I want to get to that point where we can have our own little store.
Yes.
Do you have that yet on your
Not
YouTube?
yet.
Yeah, but I have it to where you can
go.
I
see.
You can go into my link, and you can go, and it'll show you. And I hadn't even looked at that probably in 10 months or long. So I want to get into doing that again because if somebody places an order that it goes to, and then I don't do nothing. I mean, they charge me for it, and then they print it and mail it. So I do love that. I love the print on demand for that. But maybe you'll inspire me to get my T-shirt line going again.
Yeah, so. That would be fun.
Yeah. So yeah, this was one of my first ones I done, and then I went into Chat GPT and I just asked him to give me a bunch of ADHD silly
Sayings or whatever.
slogans.
Yep.
So
Chat GPT, I love.
I love it. Like I said, AI, some things about AI I like.
And some I don't.
I don't.
Yep.
Sometimes it kind of scares me.
Exactly. Me too.
So I think, I don't know. You see a lot of stuff like on Facebook and stuff, and you can definitely tell it's been AI generated, and I don't know. It just kind of, but I do think there is some good things about AI, but I also I don't know. It's artificial intelligence. What can you say?
No, exactly. That's the thing. It is very scary, especially when they start talking about like, I don't know if you've seen the commercials for Tesla and for all that kind of stuff, and talking about the AI coming out right off the screen, kind of like in Star Wars,
Yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of stuff is like,
yeah.
yeah, you can keep that.
Yeah, that's okay. You can have that. I
Yeah,
wanted a Tesla forever, and now I'm like, no, I don't think I want a Tesla.
no, no. I used to have dreams back before Tesla was made, um, that I was driving like a car that it somebody took over the steering of the car,
Mhm.
and it took us into the underground parking or whatever,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get out. Like people that were chasing us took over, and I had that dream 2 times.
Well, that's funny that you said that because I just purchased not a new vehicle, a newer. It's new to me,
Yeah.
and it's got that. It's not a Tesla, but it's got that were what they call it lane assist.
Mm,
So I thought, okay, so I turned it on, but I was on a straightaway.
right.
So I thought, okay, so I took my hands off. It was just a driving down the road by itself, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. So, anyways, I drove for about maybe 3 miles like that, but I kind of like being in control. So I think it would
Yeah.
be good, like on a long road trip, if you were
Hmm.
tired or something, and it would kind of keep you from oversteering and stuff. But yeah, so I was just playing with it today, and like I said, it stayed in the road, but
Yeah.
it's weird to take your hands off and your steering wheel is
Yeah.
kind of like your nightmare you had. But I was
Yes.
like, I don't know. I think I'll go back to 10 and 2. I'm gonna put my hands on it. If
Yeah.
you don't put, if you take your hands off and you don't have that on there, and say you take your hand, no, I'll put one hand, I'll take one hand off and I'll put one like on my leg. The car will say, put both your hands on the
Oh,
steering
really?
wheel. Like, oh, yes, mother, I'll do that.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So I don't know. Sometimes, like I said, modern technology can be really amazing, but like I said, AI is a little freaky,
It is. It is.
especially if you're dating. If you're in the dating world, that's my fear. I'll fall in love with somebody that's not real.
Yeah, robot, right?
It's like, oh, that's just my AI boyfriend.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, well, we better wrap it up. I'm
Yeah,
going
that's
to
what I was
go
gonna
on a
say.
road trip tomorrow. I have absolutely enjoyed our time,
Yes, me too.
and I look so forward to. So we're doing what, August 20,
22nd, I believe it is.
the 22nd. We're going to do Friday.
Let me double check
Um,
that that is the right
that
day.
will
Yeah,
be
22nd.
7 p.m. Central Time, USA.
Okay.
Oh no, how are you go? How do you want to do it?
Um,
And or do you want to do 8 o'clock Central Standard Time USA, or do 7 o'clock
my
Canadian
time.
time, Central Standard Time Canadian.
What
And then if you're in another
does it
part of the
matter
world,
to you which
no,
one?
I don't. No, I don't mind at all. You
Then
just tell me.
why don't we try the 7 and 8? So 7 my time, 8 your time.
Hey, that's perfect. I think that'll be good. And just like I said, that way you're not getting too tired, and we'll try to hop on earlier so we can work out all the kinks.
Yes.
But yeah, again, it'll be 8 Central Standard USA and 7 Central Standard Canadian, because we're on Central Standard Time, but we're not at the same time. So
Yeah.
like I said, if you're in another part of the world, I'm sorry, don't ask me to figure it out, because let
Google it.
Kathleen do. Yeah, let Kathleen do it, because my
Yeah.
brain I don't math. I have girl
I,
math.
I do
So
Google. That's how I figure it out.
yeah, but yeah, let's do it again on the 22nd. I think it'll be fun, and maybe
Yeah.
we'll figure out. I can ask you questions, or I'll go ask ChatGPT,
That's what I
or
did actually. But
yeah,
in the
or we'll
beginning,
just
just to
yeah,
kind of the icebreaker
yeah,
and then go
but I
from there.
do want to know a lot about. I want to know more about that clothing line, because that's pretty. I might splurge. You never know.
It's fun.
You never know. I might
And
splurge. Like I
you
said,
like
I tell everybody I have a beer budget, but I have champagne taste. So,
there you go.
and I don't drink alcohol. So, All right, girl, I got to get
All
off here.
right.
We've got a road trip tomorrow. I've had
Yes.
so
Well,
much
you have
fun.
a wonderful road trip tomorrow, and we
I
will see you
will.
in your videos, and then I'll see you next in 2 weeks.
I know. I'm
All
looking
right.
forward to seeing you again in
Yes.
person.
All right. Take care.
Thanks, girl.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.